Hello guys, welcome to Reggae Kiddies, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bolaji and this is Reggae Kiddies. On this platform, I upload fashion design content regularly for both male and female child. You may need to check out my playlist for varieties of video after now. So in today's tutorial, I will be walking you through on how to cut and sew a sutana for a newborn baby girl. Trust me guys, this video will answer all the questions you've been asking as regard this topic. Kindly like, share and leave a comment at the comment section of this video. By doing this, you are helping this video to reach a wider audience on YouTube, and this will also encourage me in releasing more tutorials on this channel. Enough of this talk and let's get started. In making a celestial garment for a newborn baby girl, the following measurements are needed: the skirt length, the waist circumference, the waist level, the bust span, the dart length, the neck depth, the facing length, the facing width, chest circumference, sleeve length, cuff length, sleeve opening, armhole, head circumference, cap band height, cap circle, and the elastic rope length. So these are the measurements required in making a newborn baby sutana, except the measurement for the pocket and the zipper, because pocket and zipper are not needed in making a newborn baby garment. So guys, a newborn baby girl sutana is divided into 4 categories, which are the upper part, which is the bodice, the lower part, which is the skirt, the sleeve, and the cap. Unlike the adult female sutana, which is divided into 6 categories. So what makes it 6 is the zipper and the pockets. So in this video, I will be starting with the lower part, which is a skirt category. And the measurement I'm using for the skirt is 13 inches. That is the length of the skirt. So all the measurements I will be using in this tutorial are all standard measurements. You know, you cannot take the measurement of a newborn baby. And all these measurements will work for a newborn baby between 3 to 4 kg. So which she can wear from 0 to 6 months. That is, after making the sutana, it will still fit her from 0 to 6 months. Now, if you are making your sutana for a baby that is below 3 kg or more than 4 kg, all you need to do is to reduce all the measurements by half of an inch. For example, if you are making a sutana for a female baby girl that is like 2.5 kg or not up to 3 kg, for all the measurements I used, just subtract half of an inch from it. And if the weight of the baby is more than 4 kg, all you need to do is to add half of an inch plus all the standard measurements I will be using in this tutorial. It's as simple as that. So here I have the skirt part of the sutana cut out, and for the length, as I said earlier, I will be using 13 inches. The weight of this newborn baby is 3.5 kg. So I will be using 13 inches, and in total here I have 15 inches, so which means I have extra 2 inches. The extra 2 inches is for seam allowance I will be using on the waistline to attach this to the bodice, and on the lower part I will hem with 1.5 inches. So that is why I have 15 inches, and I cut out 2 pieces, one for the back and one for the front. And for the wideness of the skirt, in total here I have 22 inches. How do I arrive at 22 inches? The waist circumference measurement I'm working with is 19 inches in total. And because we'll be pleating the lower part of the skirt, despite the fact this is for a newborn baby, that doesn't mean we should not pay attention to detailing. It has to look nice on the baby. Making a sutana for a newborn baby doesn't mean the garment should look like a sack. It has to sit well and look nice on the baby. So I will be pleating the lower part. There are different types of pleats, but for a newborn baby, a knife pleat is recommended. So you don't need to do much on that. Just go for the knife pleat. What we'll be pleating here is not much, and the amount we'll be picking for the pleat will not be much as well. So that is why I recommend the knife pleat. So how do I arrive at 22 inches for each of the piece? The waist circumference I'm working with is 19 inches. Waist circumference means the measurement of the waist all around the waist, so which include the front and the back. So which means for cutting out the front piece, the measurement has to be divided by 2. So 19 divided by 2 gives me 9.5 inches. Then I multiplied 9.5 inches by 2. I rounded it up to 10 inches and I multiplied it by 2, which is 20. Then I used 2 inches as my seam allowance, because on both sides, the front and the back will be joined together. I need seam allowance here and I needed the seam allowance on the other side as well. So that was why I arrived at 22 inches. The lower part must not be too wide because the sutana must not be too heavy on the baby. So multiplying by 2 is recommended. So guys, now I have this cut out, as I said, the front and the back. And in case you want to know how to make other sutana for kids, I have how to make a perfect sutana for a male child. I have all the videos on my channel. Check out the playlist, you will see the list of the videos there. Also, I have a tutorial on how to make a standing sutana cap for a female child. You can check out the video also after now. And if you're interested in making other styles for kids, I have various of videos on that. I have videos on how to make native trousers. I have videos on how to make senator wear, how to take measurements for trousers for senator wear, how to draft a basic bodice block for a male child. After watching the videos, and please don't forget to give the videos a thumbs up, share the video, and also drop comments at the comment section, as this will help this channel to grow faster and reach wider audience on YouTube. So the first step is to take this to my sewing machine and hem the lower part. So as I said earlier, I have 1.5 inches as my hem allowance. So I will take it to my sewing machine. I will hem both the front and the back panels. So when I'm hemming, I will not lock my stitches on both edges, because I will still open this up when I'm joining the front and the back panels together. I will be doing this off the camera and I will be back to show you the next step. So guys, now I have the lower part hemmed, as you can see. After hemming, I took it to my ironing board and I gave it a good press. So the next step is to pleat the skirt. So I will be pleating my skirt in such a way I will have my waist circumference measurements left on both sides. The waist circumference measurement I'm working with 19 inches divided by 2 gives me 9.5 inches. So I will pleat each of the panel, then I will make sure I have up to 9.5, and the extra seam allowance I will be using in joining this, that is half of an inch here, half of an inch here, half of an inch here, half of an inch here. So that is 2 inches. So I'll pleat this and I will have up to 10.5 inches. Okay guys, now I have one of the pieces pleated. As you can see, as I was pleating, I was holding this with my sewing pins in order to hold the pleat in place. Okay, so after now I will take it to my sewing machine and I will run the stitches in order to secure the pleat. So after stitching, then I will take it to my ironing board and I will give it a good press. I will make sure I have the exact measurement I took on the waistline downward, like so, and I will press from waist to the hemline on each pleat, like this. So as I was folding, I will be giving it a press until I get to the other edges. So I will be doing all this off the camera, then I will be back to show you how it looks like. So guys, now I'm back. As you can see, I have this stitched and properly ironed. I stitched the waistline as I said in order to secure the pleat. After that, I took this to my ironing board and I gave it a press. I folded it like so, then I press it down from the waistline downward to the hemline, and I follow the measurement I have on the waistline. I make sure they are all the same, and I have this. Can you see how beautiful it looks already? Okay, so this is for the first piece, which can either be for the front or the back. The two are the same, and I will pick my second piece and repeat the same process. I will be pleating the waistline. I will hold it with my sewing pins. Then after that, I will take it to my sewing machine, secure the pleats with stitches, then take it back to my ironing board and give it a press. Now guys, let me give you this as a bonus in case you don't know how to pleat and you are using the same measurements as mine. So I'm just giving you this as a bonus. The measurement I used in pleating the skirt, after measuring out my seam allowance I'll be using in joining the two sides, then after that I measured half of an inch. This is my seam allowance of half of an inch. I measured another half of an inch. Then from the second half of an inch point, I measured 1 inch. Then I'll pick my fabric on the 1 inch point and I'll fold it forward like so. Then I'll check the back. I'll make sure my pleat stops on the half of an inch I have in between, like this. Then I will hold it with my pin. And I have my first pleat. So with this, the distance I will be having in between each pleat will be half of an inch. So from where the first pleat stops, I will measure my half of an inch forward. I will mark the points. Then from the half of an inch point again, I will measure 1 inch forward. And I will repeat the same process. I will pick this on the 1 inch point, like so, forward, and I'll make sure my pleat stops on the half of an inch point. You can see this. Then I will secure with my pin. And again, I will continue with the process. First half of an inch, then 1 inch. Okay, I will hold it on the 1 inch point. I will pleat. Make sure my pleat stops, that is the pleat at the back. You can see this is the mark point and this is the pleat I have at the back. Then I will hold it and secure it with my pin. So this is how I continued pleating until I have my fabrics exhausted. And at the other edge as well, I made sure I have my seam allowance left. So after pleating, and what you have here is not enough to make a complete pleat, all you need to do is just to mark your seam allowance, then pleat the little you have left. But after pleating, make sure you take your measuring tape and confirm the measurement immediately after pleating. Before you take it to your sewing machine and stitch, make sure you confirm your measurements and make sure what you have is up to your waist circumference measurement plus the seam allowance. If you have lesser measurements, there is no cause for alarm. Just open up a pleat, then adjust until you have up to your desired measurements. It's as simple as that. So I will be repeating the same process on the second piece. I will pleat everything to the other edges. I will stitch the waistline, then I will take it to my ironing board, give it a good press, and I will have it exactly like this. Then I will be back to show you the next step. Guys, now I have the two pieces pleated and properly ironed, as you can see. So one will be for the back and the other one will be for the front. When you are pleating your skirt, make sure the two pieces are not facing the same direction. So now it's time to join the front and the back panels together. In doing this, I will be opening the hem I have towards the edges of my skirt, the one I have here on this part and on the other piece as well, because while I'm joining, I will have to open this up. The joining will be from the edges of the waistline to the edges of the hemline. So now I have the two edges opened, as you can see, on this piece and the other piece. So now I will be placing this right side facing the right side, then I will stitch the sides together. So on the hemline, which I've opened, I will open it up completely like so, and I'll make sure the edges of the fabrics are aligned properly. Then I'll stitch with 1/2 inch from the hemline to the waistline. So now I have this pinned together. I will take it to my sewing machine and stitch with 1/2 inch, and I'll repeat the same process on the other side. So guys, now I have the two sides joined together, and this is what I have on the wrong side, and for the right side I have this. And for the opening I have on the hemline, later I will close this. I will take this back to my sewing machine and I will close the opening. So guys, this is the point we'll be stopping in this video, which is the construction of the lower part. So in my next video, I will be walking you through the construction of the upper part, then how to join the two pieces together.